what does the term Greater Israel mean? The topic recently went viral following the widespread sharing of an article published in the English-language newspaper The Jerusalem Post. The article is titled, "Is Lebanon part of Israel's Promised Land?" The article explores the conceptual roots of the notion of Greater Israel. It reads as follows. In recent generations, the term Greater Israel has attracted increased attention. The term is used in political and religious discussions concerning Israel's ideal or future borders, and it is interpreted within the framework of certain Zionist ideologies. Some view it as a call for the re-establishment of Israel's biblically ordained borders. However, the concept has various meanings and may encompass anything from symbolic and spiritual interpretations to geographical and territorial claims. There have even been claims in some sources that Mecca and Medina ought to be included within Israel's borders.
And I believe we're going to take Mecca, Medina, and Mount Sinai and purify them.
The concept of Greater Israel has remained controversial, especially in the aftermath of Israel's military operations in Lebanon. During this period, a stronger desire among certain Jewish extremist groups to establish settlements in Lebanon also became evident. Maps promoting the establishment of Israeli settlements in southern Lebanon were circulated, with all Arabic place names replaced by Hebrew ones. But where does this ideology come from? It has seen a renewed revival in recent years, largely due to the fact that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu formed his governing coalition in partnership with Messianic Zionist parties. There is also a full documentary produced by TRT on this topic, titled Holy Redemption. The documentary examines allegations concerning the appropriation of Palestinian land and is worth watching for those interested in the subject. It should be noted that the article was subsequently removed from the Jerusalem Post. Nevertheless, it remains accessible through reposts and archives on other websites and can be found with a simple online search. In essence, the article states that the term refers to the sacred boundaries of the land of Israel, which are described in various sections of the Torah as having been promised to the Jewish people. This concept is most commonly linked to the territory outlined in the Abrahamic covenant. According to this interpretation, the territory stretches from the River of Egypt, which some identify with the Nile, and others with a smaller watercourse in the Sinai Desert, to the Euphrates River. According to this interpretation, the territory encompasses parts of modern-day Israel, the West Bank, Gaza, Lebanon, Syria, Jordan, and Iraq. The biblical passage describing God's covenant with Abram reads, "On that day, the Lord made a covenant with Abram, saying, 'To your offspring I have given this land, from the river of Egypt to the great river, the river Euphrates.'" Some interpreters understand these boundaries as extending into areas that today include parts of Iraq. Now, let us examine one of Netanyahu's most controversial interviews, entitled "The Curse of a Nuclear Iran."
A few years ago, I stood here with a red marker to show the curse, a great curse, the curse of a nuclear Iran. But today I bring this marker to show a great blessing, the blessing of a new Middle East between Israel, Saudi Arabia, and our other neighbors. We will not only bring down barriers between Israel and our neighbors, we'll build a new corridor of peace and prosperity that connects Asia through the UAE, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, Israel, to Europe.
While the matter is deeply rooted in religious beliefs, the concept of Greater Israel has been present since the inception of the Zionist movement. The Zionist movement emerged among European Jews and aimed to encourage Jewish migration to Palestine for the purpose of establishing a Jewish homeland and, ultimately, a Jewish state. One of the earliest references to Greater Israel can be found in the diaries of the founder of the Zionist movement, Theodor Herzl, where it is mentioned in an entry written in 1989, only a year after the first Zionist Congress. On page 711 of his diary, Herzl describes a proposed geographical framework for a future Jewish state, writing that its territory would stretch from Egypt to the Euphrates River. He even describes how this land would be taken from the Arabs and given to the Jews. An early map outlining a proposed future Jewish state was submitted by the Zionist movement at the Paris Peace Conference of 1919, the same conference that helped shape and formalize the post-World War I peace settlement. Now, which empires emerged victorious from the war? Britain, France, Italy, and Japan. They proceeded to divide the territories and colonies of the defeated powers, including the Ottoman Empire and Germany. Among the lands lost by the Ottoman Empire was Balad al-Sham, often regarded as the cradle of thousands of years of Arab civilization. Having lived under Ottoman rule for centuries, many Arabs saw the empire's collapse in the aftermath of World War I as an opportunity to finally achieve self-government. But what followed was quite different. Other powers moved in, assumed control of the region, and redrew its borders, creating new countries according to their own strategic interests and preferences. What is perhaps most remarkable is that much of the modern Middle East's political map was effectively sketched with pencil and ruler in meetings held at 10 Downing Street in London, the office of the British Prime Minister. The plan was drafted by two diplomats, Britain's Mark Sykes and France's François-Georges Picot. The irony, some argue, is that Arabs have long been portrayed as inherently prone to sectarianism, with ethnic and religious conflicts often depicted as a natural feature of Arab society and culture. According to this view, many of the conflicts between Christians and Muslims, Sunnis and Shiites, and Arabs and Kurds were originally shaped or exacerbated by policies implemented by the British and the French. Broadly speaking, the conflict between Israel and the Muslim world has a long and complex history, and what we have discussed here represents only one aspect of it. In a controversial interview, Netanyahu asserted that Hitler had not initially planned to exterminate the Jews and that a Muslim figure had encouraged him to carry out that course of action.
Hitler didn't want to exterminate the Jews at the time. He wanted to expel the Jews. And Haj Amin al-Husseini went to Hitler and said, if you expel them, they'll all come here. So what should I do with them? He asked. He said, burn them.
Thanks for watching all the way to the end. If you enjoy content like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.